Stop the cap.
Welcome back to Sip the Tally Films on this glorious Sunday after this huge win over the Seattle Seahawks that puts us at 7-2, tie atop the AFC. I think the Chiefs are 7-2. We're 7-2. Trying to see if anybody else is with 2 losses. Off the top of my head, let me see real quick. Let's see. We're 7-2. Jacksonville has 2 losses also. They play, if they might be on a bye week, or they play later on today. But the Chiefs, us, Jacksonville all have 2 losses. And then on the other side, the Eagles have 1 loss, and they play the Cowboys right now, matter of fact. So, hey, we are tied top of the conference and had a great game. Let's kind of run through these stats real quick before we get to our phone lines. And again, the phone lines will close at 5 if we even get to 5, because normally when we win, people don't have a lot to talk about. So just throwing it out there. But let me go through with the stats real quick and give my little spiel, and then we'll get to our phone lines. If I can find us real quick. Because we were talking about, this chat was talking about CJ Stroud before we got in here. So I'm excited to kind of go back and see through that. But surprise of the day, Keaton Mitchell. 9 carries, 138 yards, 15.3 yards per carry. 15.3 yards per carry, which is crazy. Lamar Jackson, 10 carries, 60 yards, 6 yards per carry. Gus Edwards, 5. Damn. Only 5 carries. 52 yards, 10 yards per carry with 2 touchdowns. Justice Hill, 13 carries, 40 yards, 3.1 yards per carry. And then Tyler Huntley with 4 carries for 8 yards. Passing. Lamar, 21 for 26, 187 yards with a passer rating of 96.6. Snoop was 5 for 7 for 38 yards with a TD to Odell. Receiving, Mark Andrews 9 for 80. Odell 5 for 56 with a touchdown. Likely 4 for 42. Bateman 3 for 28. Zay 1 for 11. Duvernay 2 for 10. Aguilar 1 for 2. And Keaton Mitchell 1 for -4. Then on the defensive side, which is those guys, they still playing lights out, man. I mean, still playing lights out. Queen had 6 tackles. Roquan had 5. Matabike had 4. But that don't really matter because nobody had a lot of tackles. They didn't play a lot of snaps. Matabike had a sack. Vanoa had 2 sacks. Matter of fact, they were back-to-back. Owe had a nice spin move into a sack. So that's 4 more sacks on top of, we were leading the league in sacks. Geno Stone got another interception. He's leading the league in interceptions. I ain't got nothing bad to say other than Ronnie got beat and, we got a sack fumble. And I saw a few times John Simpson got beat. I ain't got nothing really bad to say. I mean, I'll go back and look at the tape and I may can nitpick on a few things maybe, but just from the naked eye and just watching the game and not really having I ain't got nothing bad to say. The DBs did their job against a good set of receivers. JSN is good. I mean, not not solo by himself, but JSN, Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf. That's a darn good set of receivers. Yeah, Geno got another pick, Pinellas. That's a good set of receivers. The running backs, both of them young. Walker's second year. Charbonnet, this is his first year. They good. Geno has been playing good at quarterback. The O-line is probably their weakest link on offense, and we kind of did what we need to do versus them. On defense, their linebacker core is good. Their secondary is good with Woolen and I forgot the young cat. They got Kobe Bryant. He got drafted with Woolen, but he playing a little safety stuff. Witherspoon. They got Jamal Adams. They got Quandre Dick. They got a good team, and we dismantled them people, man. Like, this was the Lions all over again. But this time we didn't let off the brake and we didn't let off the gas in the second half. This was the Lions all over again, but we just didn't let off the gas in the second half. It's crazy. It's really crazy. And again, I really like what I'm seeing offensively. And what I said at the beginning of the season is starting to come into fruition. Like, no one person is going to have these constant great Witherspoon. That's what it is. Appreciate it, Dr. Dre. I don't know what I said, if I said the wrong thing. No one person is just going to constantly go off. It's going to be somebody going to go off here. Somebody going to go off there. And nobody's going to really have these huge numbers but Lamar. I mean, who would have thought we'd have got 138 yards out of Mitchell? Nobody. Nobody would have thought that. Nobody. Hey, Megan. Hey, I thought it was going to be way closer, too. I thought it was going to be like a 3-point game. I didn't see this coming. I didn't see this coming at all. But, hey, let's go to the phone lines and kind of see what our people have to say. Let me get switched over. Let's run it. If I can get that right. There we go. What up, team?
What's going on, team? How you doing, brother?
I'm good. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Just got back in town from visiting the in-laws in Kansas City. It was cold. I don't know what out there. Got back to a great performance today, man. Great performance. Nothing bad you can say other than please take Justice Hill out of the mesh point, man. And hopefully with the way keep Mitchell. If that's the one bad way, I promise if you go back and look at it, that's got to account for at least 5 to 6 pumps.
Mm-hmm. The mesh point with those two, something's wrong with it. I don't know if he too fast. I don't know, but I did see Lamar, like, after it happened, Lamar said he mouthed because we weren't there, but he said he was trying to pull it out. So I don't know what their issue is, but they definitely have an issue. Them two, they definitely have an issue.
I don't get it because if you remember back in 2018 and 2019, that's what put Gus on the map. That mesh point between Gus and Lamar. And I think the best. I mean, not to talk about the past, the best chemistry between the mesh boys. But it was a great win, man. Matty BK again looked good again. Dude's gonna end up making $100 million in the off season. Geno Stone's gonna make some bread, and it's funny because EDC signed what's the safety?
Washington. Marcus Williams.
32. Marcus Williams to do what Geno Stone is doing on a vet minimum contract. It's crazy, man. But great win as far as that's concerned. Real quick, I mean, nothing else to say about the game other than I will say OBJ is starting to get his legs underneath him. I didn't like the way he was with the football, but he's starting to look pretty good, man. I'm pretty sure you done looked at the film, but he's healthy, and I think down the stretch he's gonna be a big factor. But the last two things I have is gonna be about Lamar, man. So I saw something on Twitter where there was a guy that was comparing the quarterback from LSU. I haven't watched much.
Daniels.
Comparing him to Lamar. And I got one of the bros who actually went to school at, and I sent him what the tweet said, basically comparing their numbers at Louisville. And the dude had the nerve to say that the dude from LSU is a better passer than Lamar, which is crazy. That you know what I'm saying, but it is what it is. But I just wanted to ask you, what is it that he has on winning, because there's got to be something to him being 19-1 against the NFC, him winning 75% of his starts, even though he don't necessarily have it. But there has to be something to the impact he has on winning. I think the only other, to me, if you ask me, honestly, I think he's the best player in football. But the only other person I can see that probably is T.J. Watt, Aaron Donald, and Patrick Mahomes. And that's as far as impacting the total football team. But what is Lamar that has such an impact on the team to where you plug him in, he impacts everything on offense and makes everything look good, even though the players aren't good. And the team's to win. If you take him out, it looks like a totally different team.
It's simply because he can do it all. It's like I said, it's two people in the NFL that does that, and you named the two on the offensive side. It's Pat Mahomes and it's Lamar, because they can make every throw. They can get you out of bad situations. They can make the coach look good, because the coach can call bad plays. They can get you out of that. They can extend the plays, and while extending the plays, they can make plays down the field. They can make them with their feet or make them over their arm or with their arm. They can do stuff, whereas a quarterback that as a what I would say a standstill quarterback, one of those statue quarterbacks, they can't do that. They can't get you out of bad situations. Like say the coordinator or something call like all goals or whatever, and they send the house. Well, Mahomes and Lamar can get you out of there by stepping up and then running for 25, 30 yards down the middle of the field. Them standstill quarterbacks like golf are just gonna throw the ball on the ground. They can just do stuff that other guys can't because they're so athletic, and they can do the stuff with their arm, with their legs, and mentally. And that's the third part, the mental makeup of it. They ain't just out there just running around like Justin Fields. Justin Fields don't have that mental part of it yet. Justin Fields has an okay arm. He got the legs, but he don't have a mental part yet.
Yeah, I like him. He got everything. He got everything else, though, man. He got everything else. This the last thing. I want you to also. I know you got. I don't know if you got other people behind me, but I want you to speak to. I know a lot of Ravens fans don't like what EDC does, and the Ravens do as far as bringing in these veterans and playing them over younger players. But what Kyle Van Noy and what Clowney is showing, and what Justin Houston showed last year, and Larry Foote and guys showed the year before, is that for whatever reason, NFL teams do not value veteran players. And you got a lot of guys who can actually play, can still contribute and play at a high level, who are actually on the street trying to, because they want to bring in younger, cheaper guys or to play their draft picks. And it's basically showing us a lot of politics that affect winning and losing in the NFL. Because there's no way in the world that Clowney should have been available so late. And then signed Kyle Van Noy during the season. Dude got, 5 sacks already?
Yep.
And dude can plays at a high level. Smart players contributing to championship teams. But, you don't like to rather, being able to draft guys that can come in and impact. And you don't necessarily like signing guys who have low ceilings to play over guys that you drafted and you want to contribute. But there's no way that Van Noy and Clowney should have been available this late in the season, and for the price that they have, man. I think that that hopefully going forward, that veteran guys will be given more of an opportunity. I think Van Noy has talked about that, because similar thing happens in the NBA, and it started happening in Major League Baseball too, where you just don't value veteran guys. You rather sign a younger, cheaper guy. But great win by the Ravens. Starting to look a little bit more like that winning streak in 2019. But this is a really good team. I think the Ravens are the best team in the league. Love you, Coach. Appreciate everything you do, team. Take care.
Appreciate it, team. Root. I appreciate you, DDSQ. Great first call to start us off with. I will say, before we get to the next one, I have given you your 50 and your 75 points for the likes. So get the likes up, and as we go up, I'll definitely give you, your likes coming through. So our second call, again, he mentioned, and he kind of answered his own question. Van Noy did say that he's wanting to represent for the older guys, because a lot of teams choose to try to pull younger talent and just leave veteran guys sitting there. And Van Noy even called some names out. I don't remember who he did it, but it was on the Pat McAfee. So if Pat McAfee show if you want to try to go find it. Van Noy called some guys out and said some guys should not be sitting at home, and he referenced himself. He shouldn't have been sitting at home that long, but he came in, made an impact, and I'm glad we eventually doubled back and signed him, because if you don't know, we had him in for a visit maybe 2 or 3 weeks before we actually signed him. And then I think when Ojabo went on IR or whatever happened to him, that's when we doubled back and signed Van Noy, and look at the production we getting out of him. So I'm kind of glad we did. But let's go on to our second caller, who's my man Jared right here. You got me, Jared?
Yeah, I got you, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. What's good with you today?
I'm blessed, man. And I know Raven Nation's blessed after seeing that big win we just got.
Most definitely. Huge win versus a good football team.
Good football team. Very good football team, which they have, in my opinion, one of the best wide receiver corps next to the Bengals in the NFL. That's just my opinion. And
I agree with you.
Able to, DK Metcalf only had, 2 catches?
If that. All I remember is the one big catch.
We did good, man. And one thing I want to say, man, is shout out to the defensive line, man. Like, going into this season, we was very skeptical. We were a little nervous. And also shout out to EDC for bringing in, Jadeveon Clowney, and then later, in the beginning of the season, Cal Van Noy. And like your last caller just said, man, that's it. It does annoy us Baltimore Ravens faithfuls that we can't draft that Aaron Donald or whatever. Mm-hmm. But we smart enough to get him on the back end. You know what I mean? Bring him in.
At least try.
At least try. So, I mean, at one point of the game, I had to look at the calendar, man. I was like, and see what year it is. Is Adalius Thomas playing?
Whoa, they gonna get you.
Back there?
they gonna get you now.
Cause we was all over Geno, man, all over, and I'm just so proud of that defense, bro. We didn't even let make him, throw the ball to his, prime time wide receivers. It was just a great win. The only thing I got to say, and I'm gonna let other callers call in, is I agree with you when you was talking on your live. We need to chill out with the option runs with Lamar, especially after we saw him limping, and then right after that, we still tried to do like an option run. And I remember you saying, like, why is Lamar even the option?
Right. Hand it off or throw it. Either one. Hand it off or throw it, and like him having the option to do it it should have been dead. Especially after you saw him, limp around and flexing, trying to, stretch it out. That should have been over with by then.
Yeah, it should have been, man. But we just look really, really good. I'm just joking about that Darius Thomas and stuff like that, man. But I'm not saying we that good like we was, but we look very good, man. We look very good.
Yeah, I don't have much bad to say other than that mesh point and that sack fumble. I like my initial look. That's all I got an issue with. Other than that, I'm happy. I'm happy with the way we look. We kept our foot on their neck, so I'm cool with it. I'm ready to enjoy this win and look at the film when I get it tomorrow.
And I'll be there. I'll be staying tuned. But I'm going on live tonight. I'm gonna try to my Southern Baller show. So those who interested, talk about a little HBCU ball, and also cover college and regular college and a little bit of NFL.
What time you doing that?
7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Southern Baller Show with my man Jared Green. Who co-hosting with you?
You know the Southern Jaguar alum. I call him Mr. Southern. Coach 67 Sports TV.
Okay, don't do them too bad, cause you know them big bad Braves got on their head.
Oh,
Them big bad Braves got on their head this weekend.
he
So
was. Yes, and he know what it is. I told them on. I told Coach if they can't stop Jervion Howard, it's my opinion. He's one of the best running backs in the SWAC. If y'all can't stop the Braves running game, y'all ain't gonna win.
right,
And they did.
I appreciate you, Jared, and make sure you check out the Southern Baller Show at what you say 8 p.m. Central Standard Time or 7.
7.
7. So it's 8 Eastern. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 Eastern. So I appreciate you, Jared. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
All right. Next up. Bam. Can you hear me from?
Good with you, bro?
I'm good. I'm chilling. How you doing today? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good. I ain't got too much. It was just so funny because you had said Mitchell the whole live stream he was going to do something. And initially you just called for a couple carries, but they ended up riding him like they should, I feel like, and he went crazy. What you think they're going to have to do with his touches moving forward? Or from your coaching perspective, what would you do with his touches moving forward?
He heavy in the rotation from here on out, especially if he prove he can pass pro. He heavy in the rotation because like his little like the inside zone stuff. It's simple. It's simple.
Mm-hmm. How much you think that muscle that Lamar put on affected his speed? I just feel like sometimes he just a little bit not as fast as he used to be. Do you be noticing that too? I've
been saying that. I think I ain't gonna say it affects him a lot, but he is not
just
fast as he used to.
Yeah, just a little bit, not to the point where he can't break free, but kind of like, what was it? Was it a naked boo, or you know what I'm talking about? The play when he got outside and it looked like it was early in the game and he got outside
and Jordan Brooks caught him.
I was just like, man, like I caught it early. I'm like, oh, that's a tub, and it's like it just seemed like he just don't get to that edge like he used to.
Yeah, I agree, but I understand why, because he was taking so many hits, so he had to put that muscle on. But I think he has lost a step. But I'm cool with it because he's still one of the slipperiest dudes in the league. But I think he ain't as fast. He ain't 2019 fast.
Yeah.
But he needed that weight on it.
He used to really break angles.
Mm-hmm.
He had an angle and he would break your angle.
Yep.
Okay. So real quick, what do you think? And I got one more question for you, so anybody else can get in. What do you think realistic carries for Mitchell is moving forward? You think in the 8 to 10 range? You think it's 10 to 15, or just depend on if he's hot or not?
From what I saw today, 10 to 15.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay.
10 to 15.
What would you, in your perspective, do with our safety situation with Marcus coming back? It kind of frustrates me that they made that decision, although I don't think Geno Stone is necessarily better, but he's just giving you that production for cheaper. I feel like that money could have went towards the offense. But what would your philosophy be with Marcus coming back? Would you run 3 safeties more and put Kyle Hamilton down in the box and put him in the slot? Or what would you do as a defensive coordinator to keep them all on the field, or do you take Geno off the field? What's your perspective?
I'm trying to keep them all on the field. Geno hot right now. And initially I was like, Geno's still a backup, but Geno's so hot right now, you can't. In my opinion, you can't take him off. And I like Kyle in the box. I like Kyle around the line of scrimmage. I like him.
3 on there and just put Kyle in the box.
Yeah, I like Kyle around the box because I like the ability to be able to blitz with Kyle too, and cover slot guys.
Everybody on the field. Do you just keep your best 3 on the field?
I like those 3, PQ and Roquan. That's 5. You got your 2 corners with Brandon Stevens and Marlowe. That's 7, and then your 4 down linemen. And you can pretty much run whatever with that personnel package right there. Because if you need to go with an extra linebacker, you can use Hamilton can be the extra linebacker.
Yep. And like you said, usually when he in the box, they got him blitzing or playing the flats or playing the intermediate anyways when he's in the box. So yeah. Well, yeah, that's all I had. It was a good game. I feel like you said too, they gotta be hesitant with running Lamar. Especially when he banged up, but hopefully our passing game can get to where it needs to be. That's what I leave you with. What do you grade our passing game, and what improvements do you think we still need to make in the passing game? Appreciate you, Coach.
Hey, hold on before you go. I need your What's your YouTube so I can add your points? What's your YouTube name?
My YouTube is probably. Let me make sure I'm on the right one because I got multiples. This should be the
Give me the one you want the points with.
The YBI. It should be YBI Academy or Young Black Intelligent.
Gotcha.
It's the at Smitty14CS.
Okay.
But the YouTube name is Young Black Intelligent.
Gotcha. I got it.
Yep. But yeah, I'm gonna listen in on you answering that question. What you think about the pass game today? And then what do you think we still need to make in the pass game moving forward?
Okay, gotcha. I appreciate
you, Coach.
No problem, no problem. So as far as to answer this question, honestly, we need to work on that quick passing game because everything don't have to be down the field to start off with. Work on that quick passing game, the snags, the sticks, the quick slants, and then as they start to come up, hit them over the top. But we can always use that play action, that boot stuff like we started the game with. Mix all that stuff in. Play off go traditional. Run the ball, use the boot action, use the play action off the inside zone type stuff. Use the like the play Mark scored on a couple weeks ago when I lost my mind. We ain't seen that since then. Use that stuff too. All this, just make it build off each other. Make it build off each other. And again, today wasn't bad. Today wasn't bad at all. I think we held on to the ball too long a couple times, but it's not enough for me to say that we looked bad. I'm happy with what we did because we ran the ball. We ran for 300 freaking yards, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm cool with that. And we ran it from being spread out, which is what I love, which is what I talked about before the season. We ran for 300 yards with space. It wasn't 19 people in the box. We ran for 300 yards with space. But let's go to the next caller. Let's go to the next one. Killer Cam, you up?
What's up, Coach?
What up?
It was a great game today, but I still have some worries.
Go ahead. What's your worries?
The conference has been locked.
Honestly, I still think we should have traded for a guard, man, because Simpson is not it, man.
Yeah, I don't like Simpson either.
And also, and I still think we're in close games against good teams. We're still running Lamar too much. That's why I was saying trade for Jacobs so he can be like a bell cow. But now hopefully Tom Monkey can learn from this and start running Gus and Keaton more because we saw today Lamar got hurt. So I'm just worried that in close games Lamar will have to be the leading rusher again. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So and also, man, I don't know why, man. I think Keaton should just get all of them Hills carries. I think the role should be absolutely reverse, man. Because I just don't like Hill, man. He's just not it, man. He constantly slips. We're constantly having mesh problems with only him, with Gus and with Keaton, and even with Jerry, with Melvin Gordon. Well, when he was playing, we didn't have all these mesh problems with him. So it's starting to become a hell problem. So I think we should just flip their carries, so Keaton gets all of them Hill's carries. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but just so you know, from a coaching standpoint, if that ball's on the ground from a mesh standpoint, it's always the quarterback fault because he controls the ball.
Yeah, but it seems like Hill is the only one having problems with it.
I understand that, but still, even Lamar said it to himself. He said, "I tried to pull that out." Yeah, so they got to. It's a they problem. It's not just a Hill. It's a Hill and Lamar problem, together. They got to figure it out. Even though I know it's just with Hill, but them two got to get together and figure out why they putting it on the ground. Them two got to come together. Look, don't clamp it or pull it early, or you moving too fast, or them two got to come together and figure out. Look, Justice, you starting too early. Wait a second, or Lamar ride me a little longer. they have to figure out their issue. Even though it is happening with Hill, it's not just on Hill. It's like them two. They got to come together and like figure out like why it's happening. Because Hill may be too close on, like he may be standing too close. It could be a number of things, but they gotta figure it out together. It can't just be, all right, Hill, you messing up. In my opinion.
All right. And also, man, like I think we should just focus on re-signing Justin because, man, like, because Patrick King's gonna be gone, man. Because you just cannot pay two linebackers like $20 million, and also Geno Stone is just pricing himself out. Like I really wish before the season we would sign him to a 3-year. You know what I'm saying? But I think we need to just focus on trying to re-sign Justin, man, because he's too important. You know what I'm saying?
Who, Stone or Matabike?
Matabike.
Oh.
We should focus on re-signing him for more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they got choices to make. I do not, like I said, we make fun of EDC for like decisions he messed up on, but when this season over with, I do not envy the decisions that they got to make. I don't envy them at all.
Yeah, one more thing, like PQ and Roquan is a better duo than Fred Warner and any other guy. Like it is proven now. Like they are the 1A. They are the 1A.
I agree.
Like, yeah, ain't no debate. Ain't no debate. They are the 1A.
Yep, I agree 100%.
Yes, sir.
All right, Killer Ken, I appreciate it. We got 3 more guys behind you, so I'm gonna let them roll out. I thank you, and I got your name down, so I get your points once we finish. All right.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate you. All right, let's see, get that one. All right. Next up. What's your name? Where you calling from? Well, hello. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, it's you.
All right, man. Yeah, it's Clinton Jones, 613 Pi Gamma.
Okay. What's good?
What's good? First time calling in, but I've been watching your content for a while, though.
Appreciate it. I caught that too.
Yeah.
No, don't think I didn't. I caught that too.
Yeah, I know you did. I know you did. But no, I guess I'm gonna be the negative one for a little bit, just because of a couple of things I saw. Yes, number one, I feel like Ronnie he's not all the way. Like I've been watching him all season get pushed back into Lamar's lap, and it's like when we win, don't nobody really like mentioning a whole lot, but it seems like you've really been struggling this season. I know you've been keeping that too.
Mm-hmm. That whole left side.
Yeah, it's not looking good. And I'm concerned, and like, because even when you look at like the Steelers game, I mean, them last couple of series, like, I think it was Highsmith that got around Ronnie and knocked the ball out of Lamar's hand. So I mean, that's happened a couple times this season, and everybody wants to blame Lamar, but I mean, he can't throw and protect his blind side, so it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I first initially thought it was health, but now I maybe he's in decline. But I ain't ready to throw him away just yet because it's hard to find a left tackle out there, and we never draft high enough to like draft one of the real good ones. So I ain't ready to throw him away just yet, but I definitely think he's in decline.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw it. It was like this play I saw on Twitter. I didn't see it during the game, but I saw it on Twitter. It was I think it was a play where like Lamar dropped back the pass and he kind of like he got pressure and rolled out to his left, but Leonard Williams put Ronnie on his butt. Like it was bad. Like he just straight came through. So yeah, hopefully we can find one in the draft at some point. But the other thing that I noticed, well, everybody's gonna say this, but everybody wants Keaton Mitchell to be RB2 because Justice Hill. I just don't like him, honestly. It just seems like something always go wrong. Yeah, and everything in the game. It just seems like something always goes wrong when he's like in the game. It's like the Steelers game, he got the ball punched out, and I think he fumbled another time as well. And then after seeing Keaton, I just feel like we need to make that change.
Yep. Now the thing is that what's bad for Justice, him and Keaton the same kind of back. So that's what's gonna make it bad for Justice to even get carries. But it was crazy when I was reading the stats to see how many carries Justice got. But then I thought about it. Justice did get most of those garbage time carries. That's why his numbers was way up there. But it was crazy to see Gus only had 5 carries.
Right, yeah. I got kind of like a conspiracy theory about Keaton Mitchell, too. Like, I feel like knowing Harbaugh, trying to do all that, like, second-level thinking, I feel like they intentionally didn't really give him any carries until this game because they was trying to hide him because they didn't want the rest of the league to see him. I just feel like that's something that, like, Harbaugh would do.
He will.
Right.
He really will.
But, no, go ahead.
No, I was just saying he really will. He'll do some crazy stuff like that to zig when others zagging.
Yeah, because he even said that. I watched the like press conference at the end, and he was like talking about Keaton Mitchell, and he was like, "Yeah, now they know who you are, so you know you got to be ready for that." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's something that he would think about, like trying to hide a talent on the team until like later in the season." It's kind of crazy, but I think the biggest thing that concerns me is like the play calling. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like when you get up big in games like that, that's like an opportunity for you to like not necessarily like show something like brand new, but to work on your passing game a little bit better. Like, we don't really throw the ball down the field a lot, whether that's because something's covered or by design or Lamar just not wanting to take that chance. But I feel like that's the opportunity to do stuff like that because in the playoffs, our passing game has to be humming. The running game is going to be okay, if not better, but the passing game is what we have to work on. And I don't feel like it's clicking enough to the point where we can just be conservative and let's just run the ball to get the game over with. Like, if we up, well, let's try to, throw the ball down the field a little bit more than what we were doing. So,
yeah, that like more so like show the next team something to work on, or just work on your stuff in general. Which way you going with that?
Work on our stuff in general, because I feel like, I don't know if it was because Ronnie was getting pushed back into Lamar's lap or what, but it seemed like kind of after the Odell fumble, things got really conservative. Like, we just were throwing screens or just handing the ball off, doing RPOs. Like, nothing really got thrown down the field after that.
All right. Now, we'll say this. You do know who the coach is, right?
Yeah. But it's like, we just digging our grave early. Yeah, we're going to get to the playoffs. We're not going to have worked on anything deeper down the field, and then we're going to be, we thought this was a new offense, but we're making the same mistake again.
You're right, because when we scored that touchdown, it was 30-3 at the end of the third quarter. I think everybody in America knew we was about to run the ball and try to get out. I was surprised that Snoop even threw the ball at all. On some of them third down calls where it was like 3rd and 4, I was surprised they even gave him a pass at all. I just knew it was going to be three out and run it. With three runs and punt. I was surprised they even did that. But and by that time Lamar was out anyway. So do we want to work on it with Snoop? I don't know. But by that time Lamar was already out. So I don't know. I know it needs to be worked on, and it has gotten better. It has gotten better. Today was a good defense that I ain't gonna say we shredded, but we were efficient. I think he was 21 for 26. That's over 80%, and I'm cool with that. Anytime your quarterback over 80%, right around 200 yards, even though I don't think he had a touchdown, but that's still efficient to me.
Yeah, but I think like Harbaugh, he gonna look at a game like this and be like, yeah, this is exactly what we did, everything right. But it's like, it's gonna give him comfort that they shouldn't have, basically, like a false sense of hope. Because the other thing is, like, if Lamar was on another team, the other play caller would have been trying to like run the score ups because he's in the MVP conversation. But he didn't have no touchdowns or anything. So it's just like, I don't know. It would have been nice from a fan perspective to see him throw like at least 2 touchdowns or something. Right. But they get in the goal line or within the 5 to 10 yard line, they just running the ball. They're not even taking no chances. So,
because I personally need him to get 22 touchdowns. Me personally. if y'all get my drift, I personally need him to get the 22 touchdowns. But don't look like that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But I appreciate it. I got 2 more behind you. I need to get your YouTube app so I can add your points before I get you off this phone.
I don't even know what it is. I think it's like my name. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's Clinton Jones 5421.
Okay, 5421. I got you. And I'll get
All
that
right,
added.
appreciate
I appreciate it. Appreciate your team. Appreciate it. And let me roll these last 2. Roll these last 2 out of here. All right, my man Steve. Welcome back, Steve. Appreciate you.
Hey, what's
B.
going on, Coach? It's
Coach,
been a
do you
while.
think we need new uniforms or white helmets? You can
Hold on.
see
Hello,
the
you
troll
got me,
not
Coach?
hating
You
long.
got
Yeah,
me.
hold on. I got you. Hold on 1 second. It was a donation coming through, and it was reading out loud. I get back to the donation. Go ahead, Steve. You hot.
Hey, it's been a little bit, but first of all, I don't know if it's been talked about. I've been gone for a little bit, but congratulations to Kevin Zeitler on being teams that beat every team in the NFL.
Yep.
Kevin
All 32.
Zeitler has done it, and congratulations to him. Congratulations to the Ravens on a big win. And old McDonald found a defense. And I don't care. Anybody can talk about who you bring in, where they put where, whatever. They need to pay that man and keep him in Baltimore as long as they can, because he's going to get a head coaching job.
Yep. Soon.
Yeah. Hopefully not next year, because we need to keep him.
Yep.
But great win. A few miscommunications, a few fumbles here or there, or whatever. I always want more, when it comes to the offensive side of the ball. But you and I talked earlier in the year, if we could get one more touchdown, if we could get 1 or 2 more touchdowns a game, we're getting it. I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy with where we're at. They're continuing to improve. They played down in Arizona, which I knew they were going to. But other than that, when it comes to big games, we're doing exactly what we need to do, and I really don't have any complaints.
Me neither.
You know what I mean? It is what it is. Beckham, I think Beckham's going to continue to come on as long as he stays healthy, and we need him in the playoffs. And I'll tell you what, the Kansas City Chiefs better be ready, because they're going to get their asses kicked.
Yep.
If they're the ones that, whether it's the Bengals or the Kansas City Chiefs, whoever, we're going to kick their ass.
Yep. I think we are the creme de la creme right now.
If we keep doing what we're doing right now, offensively and defensively, we're going to beat the shit out of anybody that stands in front of us if we keep doing what we're doing right now.
Tell them, Steven. That's what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen.
We right now are the best. We're the best team in the league. We are the most dangerous team in the league. We're all eat. You don't want to deal with us. I'm telling you, Cleveland's going to find out this coming week. We got a 3-game homestand. We're going to kick everybody's ass.
Yep. That's what I'm talking about.
And that's the way it's going to go.
Bring it. Bring it.
Yeah, bring whoever you want to bring. Do whatever you want to do. I don't think you got much of a chance.
Because we studied getting, we ain't even played like our best game yet. We ain't played our best game yet.
We saw the top of the mountain. I've been saying this, and we've known this for the last 3 years or 4 years since Lamar has got there. In the Lions game, we saw how everything works when it works perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When we're firing on all cylinders, that the bar is there. I don't want anything less. I was upset with the Arizona game. We should have killed them.
Yep.
They should have never even been in there. But we're still having little misfires here and there. The caller before talking about fumbles, on the snap and stuff like that. We got to get that cleaned up and kill people.
Mm-hmm.
They shouldn't even be in the same stratosphere. But other than that, I'm excited. It was a big win today. I thought that it was going to be a closer game, and I was excited to see that we waxed them. You know what I mean? Geno had no chance. Our pass rush, our defense just smothered them. We're a boa constrictor. We just crush you.
That's a great analogy. That's a great analogy.
Let's go. We constrict you. We constrict you down, and we crush you to death. You can't breathe.
Great analogy.
They had Jackson Smith and Jigba. They had Tyler Lockett. They had DK Metcalf, one of the top 3 wide receiver cores in the league, and we smothered them to death.
Yep. Couldn't breathe.
And that's what I expect from here on out.
Yep. The proof is in. They showed they can do it. Be consistent with it.
Be consistent. Yep.
Be consistent.
Strangle them down and stomp on necks.
That's it. Foot on neck. Foot on neck.
Hey, I tell you what, I love you, Coach. I appreciate the time. I'm gone.
No problem. Appreciate it. Great call, Steve. Great call. Steve, hey, Steve always bring great energy. He been missing for a minute. Hey, appreciate you, Steve. Hey, man, that was a great call. Great call. We got one more behind him. Got Dominic. I appreciate you for hanging on. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. Let's see what Dominic got going for us.
What's going on, Coach? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. What's good with you?
Not much, man. Appreciate you for all the content you put out. I watch it all the time. It's my first time calling in. So, first thing first, big win for the Ravens. Big win. Dominant win. I feel like all the teams that every media person has pretty much said is way better than the Ravens or on the Ravens level, we have smacked them. Mm-hmm. And the only team that we haven't really smacked is the Bengals, and we took care of business in that game. So, like, this team is very, very up there in that upper echelon of teams. We still get stepped on. No one's going to give us the respect. Lamar Jackson is showing everybody that the talent that he had in college is transferring. The talent that he had in his MVP year is still here. Like, now that he got true weapons, it's really opening up for him. Odell coming out party, first touchdown, huge for him. Took care of the fumble that he had with the touchdown. So everything was good on that. Keaton Mitchell doing his thing. Everyone knew that he was going to be a baller, but because it's the regular season and him doing that, it just shows that, like, our offense is way deeper than most people really realize. Likely came out today a little bit. Mm-hmm. Andrew's doing his thing. So, and then on the defensive side, Matabike, bro, that dude is a beast. There's just nothing else to say about Matabike, bro. Always coming out. Mm-hmm. Stevens has been the major shock for our defense. I was expecting our secondary to be a little bit suspect when we picked up Markinson and Darby and all them, but Stevens really took that position on the stranglehold. So he has been really a shocker. He's going to get paid. Geno has to get paid. We got to keep him some type of way. Like, yes, Marcus Williams is our starter, and I believe that wholeheartedly, but, like, you can't take Geno off the field because of how hot he is.
Right.
Our linebacker crew, I don't care what nobody say. We got the best linebacker crew in the nation. The 49ers are cool. Yes, they got Fred Warner, but we have two dogs, not just like one major person and a dude that cleans up the mess that Fred Warner does. We got two major dogs that contribute on both sides, and it's just been great to watch Justin Tucker handling business as always. He's still the best kicker. I don't care what nobody say. He might have having an off year, but that man's still handling business. So it's just time for, like, people to really give us the respect. Coach Harbaugh, even though we all have problems with him, this is a better game from him. I'm not really too upset. The only thing I'm upset about is the fumbles. We definitely got to clean up on the fumbles. We definitely got to clean up on the play calling. I feel like we can be more aggressive. We can add more motion because we was adding motion on the end of the game. We just should add that for Lamar as well, opening up the defense a little more, spreading them out. But other than that, bro, there ain't much to say bad about this team. I feel like we can step up to anybody. We have a chance to beat anybody when we're on our A game. There hasn't been a game where we lost, like, to that team. We've always beaten ourselves. So it's just a great feeling. when we're 7-2 and we haven't even really played a full complete game. It's always been mishaps. It's always hiccups here and there. But one day we play a full complete game, I'm scared for that other team, bro.
Right.
I'm scared. It's not going to look good, and all the haters are now going to have to see, like, the Ravens is that team, bro. We're the best team in the AFC besides the Chiefs. Miami is suspect. They have still not been a real contender yet. So, yes, they are flashy, and they can beat teams, but they haven't done it yet. We have beaten every team that everybody has said is up there. So, like, hey, man, there ain't much to say. I appreciate you, Coach, keep putting out that content. I always watch, always appreciate it, always learning from you. So, keep being
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Hey, before you get out of here, Don, what's your YouTube name so I can add your points to it? I want to make sure I put it in the right spot.
It is at TH3 Profit, PROPHET 10.
Whoa. That's too much. You got my stream up now? you got the call in stream up? You watching it? Or you just on the phone line?
I'll type it in. Hold on.
Okay.
But yeah, bro, I appreciate you, Coach, for letting me talk.
Oh, no problem.
I put it in the chat.
Okay. Oh, I see it now. I see it. I got you. Appreciate it. Hey, no problem. And I get all them points added for everybody. So again, that's everybody for coming through. I appreciate everybody for popping off. It was a great team win. What we had on 204 people in here. I appreciate all you guys for coming through. Hit that like button. Let's try to get to 200 before we end this thing, because I'm about to end it so I can go enjoy the rest of football for the day and bask in this butt whooping we just put on the Seattle Seahawks. Even though I thought it was going to be a close game, but we really got up to play the Seahawks. They were 5-2. We were 6-2. And I mean, the offense played well. Defense played well. Special teams did what they needed to do. Again, there isn't much negative to say. I mean, we had a sack fumble, Odell fumble, the fumble, 3 fumbles, so it might be something to say. 3 fumbles. We had the sack fumble because of Ronnie. Odell fumbled when he got spent around, and then the ball got put on the ground with Mitchell and Lamar. Other than that, I really ain't got much to say. I'm going to see what's going on with this left side, but the defense still playing at a high level. We spreading the ball around. Keaton Mitchell showed up. Like, I'm happy, man. I'm finna go have me some purple Kool-Aid and enjoy the rest of this Sunday, man, and I suggest you guys do the same, man. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, and thank you for coming out. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me, and I'll see y'all soon. Once I get to all 22, I'll break it down, and, we definitely going to talk about Keaton Mitchell. We're going to find some on defense to talk about, too, and we're going to look at this left side and see what's going on with this left side of the O-line. But other than that, we'll get most stuff out there, too. So thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.
Respect. It's a respect thing.